All praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Warakwadash. Peace, blessings, and much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe as well. You men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons, and daughters also. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. Colossians chapter 1 and verse 26. Even the mystery, which hath been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints, to whom the power would make known what is the riches of the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles, which is Mashiach in you, the hope of glory. So what is the mystery among the Gentiles? That's something we can't be ignorant to. What is that referring to? Let's read it again, and I'll just read both of them. Colossians chapter 1 and 26. Even the mystery which hath been hid from ages. So this is clearly something not given to most people, because it's been secret, it's been hidden, and now it's being revealed. Let's touch on the book, before I go any further there, let's touch on the book of Amos chapter 3 and verse 7. I don't know why my eyes ain't letting me see it right now. I hate when that happens. Amos chapter 3 and verse 7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So it's clear that his servants, the prophets, would be revealed certain secrets, certain mysteries. So there is a mystery that's been hid from ages. And what is that mystery? Clearly, not everybody would know it, but the prophets would know it. Colossians chapter 1 and 26, even the mystery, which hath been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints, to whom God would make known what is the riches of the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles. And that mystery goes into how all of our people, seeing that we've been dispersed all throughout the earth, we look like all nations under the sun, which goes into the vision that John had. He had a vision of seeing different Israelites with different looks. Not all Israelites had the same appearance. And John had marveled at that. Okay? But that's showing you that when it comes to our nation, just like any nation under the sun, if it's determined off the father's genetic line, then it's not about what you look like, because that man, whatever lineage he goes back to, can lay down with any woman, and that child is going to be his lineage, not the mother, regardless of how it looks. Okay, the father always holds the seed. It's not just with Israelite men in general, regardless of what lineage that man goes back to. So when it comes to our people, we look like all nations under the sun, and that's the mystery. Our people fell away from our customs. We started living like the Gentiles. Okay? Which is Mashiach in you, the hope of glory. Now let's go to the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 25. For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel, until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. So you can't be ignorant. You can't be ignorant of this mystery. What mystery? The mystery of the Gentiles. See, our people fell away. We fell into darkness, started following after the manners of the heathen. Also spreading our seed among the heathen, because if an Israelite man sleeps with any woman, regardless of her lineage, the seed line of that child goes back to the father, period, point blank. Okay? And the mystery is not all of our people look like your common Israelite, so to speak. And not all of our people are even referring to themselves as Israelites. They're calling themselves by whatever bywords they've been raised to call themselves. For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel. So seeing our people are in darkness, seeing that most of our people are blind, they become like the Gentiles. Seeing that we fell away, we went into darkness, we started living and doing as the heathen. And it happened multiple times. And it's no different today. Okay? Lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel, until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. And so all Israel shall be saved. As it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, speaking of Yahushua, which means he is the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. So when you look at our people, most of our people are in darkness. Most of our people are blind. They're like Gentiles right now, but they're still of the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And it's not about what you look like. Okay? Our people are everywhere. Our people look like all nations under the sun. Why? Because we've been scattered among all nations. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations. Who was he speaking to? Well, let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. We should know who he's speaking to. Okay? These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness, in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran and Tophel, and Laban and Hazareth and Dizahab. So our people would be scattered. The Lord was talking to the nation of Israel in Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 27. And it reads this again. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations. So he was speaking to the Israelites through Moses. And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whether the Lord shall lead you. So if our people have been scattered all throughout the earth, well, a part of the mystery is we would look like all the nations where we have been scattered to. If the Israelite man is living amongst Moab, or you will call them Chinese today, then naturally the Israelite man is going to lay down with Moabite women. And then those children may come out looking more like the mother, or it may come out looking like both parties, both parents. But regardless of how the child looks, its lineage goes back to his dad. And then his dad's dad, and then his dad's dad's dad, and then his dad's 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 dad. Okay? It's about the father's line. There is no such thing as mixed race. All right? When you look at white people, so to speak, which white and black is a shade, these Edomites didn't start calling themselves white till 1613, I believe. And it was all because of some damn play. And then the word black came around, I want to say it was 1618. So seeing that these are made up concepts to keep our people blinded, that just falls into the bywords. How is it that Esau to this day has hidden us behind the title black? He doesn't want to, call us Israelites. He doesn't want to give us our identity back. But why is it that of all people on the earth, why is it that Judah seems to get it the worst? Well, Judah being the head tribe of the nation of Israel, you call Judah black as an insult. And then to add insult to injury, you call yourself white. Because anytime you hear of, let's say there were two rooms. You have the white room and the black room. Most people, I would assume, would go to the white room because it seems more safe than the black room. Imagine going to a room, you walk inside, all the walls are black. Okay, the floor is black, Everybody's wearing black. But then in the other room, you have white walls. Everybody's wearing white floors. It looks more inviting. So there's power in words. So now we're being called these different bywords, and seeing how the Lord has scattered us, we're hidden behind many faces. All of us don't even look like your typical Negro or Latino or Native American. You have Israelites hidden behind the faces of Moab, behind the faces of Ammon, behind the faces of Elam, behind the faces of Ishmael. Our people are everywhere, behind the faces of Ham. Okay? And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whether the Lord shall lead you. That's why you might find your place in this world as a so-called minority. Although our people are as the sand of the sea, you find yourself in certain environments where it's like, okay, there might be 1, 2, 3, 4 niggas, so to speak. Everybody else an Edomite. Okay? But then, when you look at our people, we're really everywhere. We're hidden behind all these different faces. Because, again, we've been mingled among the heathen. And that's the mystery of the Gentiles. Okay? Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 16. I will scatter them among the heathen, whom neither they nor their fathers have known. So here it is, we're among these people. At one time, we didn't know these suckers. We didn't know these damn people. We didn't have no doings with them. But now we're among them. Okay? And that's why our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge now. Because you're claiming these people as your friend. But also you have to understand, yes, our people are among them. Okay? So you still have to be spiritual. You can't be carnal and just look at everyone's look and just assume, okay, because you look like a Caucasian, you go back to Esau. Because you look like an Arab, then you go back to Ishmael. Well, that's not always the case. Now, it's a good indicator, but that's not always the case. I will scatter them among the heathen, whom neither they nor their fathers have known, and I will send a sword after them till I have consumed them. And our people have been consumed. Our people have been brought down low. The Lord has been spanking our people's asses for a very long time. Okay? But the Lord is calling our people back. He's putting the skin spiritually back on our people because we've been likened unto dead bodies for a very long time. Okay? But now the mercy of the Lord is back on the earth. And we should be thankful for that. Okay? Because we're among the Gentiles. That's why we were called Gentiles. Okay, let's go to the book of John chapter 7 and verse 35. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? So what does that mean? The dispersed Israelites among the Gentiles were called Gentiles. That's the mystery. So when you look at Paul, because everybody refers to Paul when you're thinking about the Gentiles, well, Paul was only going to Israelites, man. He wasn't going to the actual heathen. You have our people everywhere, okay? In all nations. Let's go to the book of Acts, chapter 2 and verse 5. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven. So Jews being the southern kingdom, and that doesn't just include the Jews, even the northern kingdom. You have Israelites everywhere. Even back then, you had Jews in every nation. Well, you have Jews in every nation now, of the literal lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, who come from the line of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Paul himself, he came from Benjamin. He was a Benjamite. Okay? So even back then, you had our people everywhere. That's the mystery. So our people look like everyone. It's about your father's genetic line, though, not the luck. Salt and sugar look the same. They're not the same. All right? Acts chapter 2 and 8. And how hear we every man in our own tongue wherein we were born? Parthians and Medes and Elamites and the dwellers in Mesopotamia and in Judea and in Cappadocia and in Pontus and in Asia. You have Israelites everywhere, man. You'll have, just like in today's time, you'll have Israelites in Europe with that old English accent. I don't know what you call that. Okay, or even in America, just look at Babylon. Israelites in the South speak differently than Israelites in the West, man. Israelites in the West speak differently than Israelites from the East. So then imagine Israelites being in different continents, speaking different languages. That doesn't take away they are the same people. Okay? Now, where was I at? Verse 10. Phrygia and Pamphylia and Egypt and in the parts of Libya, about Cyrene and strangers of Rome, Jews and proselytes. So you had Jews in all these places. You had Jews in every nation speaking the language of, the location they came from. All right. That's the mystery, though. We go out and we teach to our people, and people will say God loved everybody. That includes the Gentiles, if they go back to the seed of Israel. Okay. So I think I'm going to go on ahead and close it there. I think my point was made. I have a scripture at the tip of my tongue. It might be in the Apocrypha, but I don't have that open at the moment. So what I'll do, I'll wrap it up here. And Lord willing, I just hope that this lesson, it was simple and edifying, easy to understand. Kal Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Warakak Wadah Shalom.